Jaguar Wright's back in the spotlight, dropping bombshells about Beyoncé allegedly cheating on Jay-Z with her bodyguard. You know, there have been whispers for a while now about Beyoncé and her bodyguard Julius cozying up when Jay-Z wasn't looking, but no one had concrete evidence until now. And guess what? Julius isn't the only one in the picture. Jaguar's pointing fingers at a few others too. As for the rumors of Beyoncé splitting from Jay-Z, they've been buzzing for a minute, especially when Jay-Z's name got tangled up in Diddy's legal mess. Word on the street is Jay's in hot water, and Beyoncé's already taking steps to protect her own interests. The Carter family drama's about to hit the fan, and there's a whole lot of gossip waiting to spill. Now, there have been a bunch of names thrown around in connection to Beyoncé's alleged affairs over the years, but the one that sticks out the most? Her bodyguard. Beyoncé even dropped a song hinting at it. Back in 2014, there was even talk that Jay wanted to fire Julius after catching wind of him and Beyoncé getting close, but Beyoncé put her foot down, and I'm sure y'all have heard about Jay also cheating on Beyoncé, so her hooking up with her bodyguard was more of a payback. Well, let's not forget, Beyoncé dropped a whole album about Jay cheating on her, yet still ended up back with him. According to a source, Jay-Z was convinced there was, and maybe still is, something going on between Beyoncé and Julius. He even wanted to give Julius the boot last February, but Beyoncé shut that down real quick. Apparently, they've been spending a lot of quality time together behind closed doors, with Julius even crashing in Beyoncé's hotel room. But Julius isn't the only one in Beyoncé's alleged affair roster. Cast your mind back to 2003 when rumors swirled about her and Shawn Paul getting cozy right after their smash hit collaboration, Baby Boy. Despite the song ruling the charts for 9 weeks, they barely performed it together. Reports suggest Beyoncé was nervous about folks catching on to their fling. And Shawn Paul himself hinted at something more, saying he wished their connection had blossomed into something bigger. He even described their collaboration as, "I wish it did, she's beautiful." It was a big, fat song. Video, song, and a lot of rumors. He also seemed to call out Beyoncé for cutting ties with him suddenly, once rumors about their affair started swirling. He even recounted the awkward moment when Beyoncé left him out of her VMA performance, despite plans for them to perform together and even rehearse together beforehand. "I'm sitting there in the crowd with my current wife, and Paris Hilton is in front of me," he recalled. Beyoncé is coming down the stairs singing the song, and Paris Hilton turns to me and goes, "Why aren't you up there?" It was embarrassing and weird. Shawn decided to get back at Beyoncé by ditching her last minute at a show in Washington they were supposed to perform at together. "I went there, did my show, and then waited around for a while. I got pissed off. There were 3,000 influential people waiting out there for you to perform, and I was like, there are 50 million people watching the VMAs. I'm not doing that." And I left. Then there's Terence Howard, who also sparked speculation about him and Beyoncé hooking up after she gave him a lap dance on stage in 2005. Beyoncé and Destiny's Child were performing Cater to You, wearing tight new color dresses that accentuated their curves. During the performance, they selected 3 lucky guys from the crowd for lap dances, and Beyoncé chose Terence. She danced on him, sang to him, and left him utterly mesmerized. Afterward, rumors swirled about a fling between them, but it didn't last long and she went right back to Jay-Z. Looks like Beyoncé and Jay-Z might be calling it quits. Rumor has it they're heading for divorce, and Beyoncé's already started dividing up her stuff from Jay-Z's. Word on the street is Jay-Z's been mixed up in some shady stuff with Diddy. And when Diddy's drama settles, Jay might be next in line for trouble. Some folks in the know even say Beyoncé and Jay's marriage wasn't the real deal from the start. Jay needed a big-name lady on his arm to boost his rep in the biz, and Beyoncé fit the bill perfectly. Meanwhile, Beyoncé needed a powerful industry dude to help her break into certain circles where she felt overlooked. Jay-Z just happened to be the right fit. But now, with Jay-Z's problems piling up, Beyoncé is apparently ready to hit the road. She's making sure to stack up as much cash as she can before all the dirt on Jay's connections with Diddy comes out. This whole scoop got confirmed by that YouTube blogger Storm Monroe, who says Beyoncé's totally clued in on what's coming. That's why she's been dropping projects like crazy, raking in the dough from her fans. Seriously, have you noticed how much stuff she's putting out lately? She just wrapped up the Renaissance tour not too long ago, and now she's dropping a movie, a hair care line, and her latest album, Cowboy Carter. Like, that's a ton of stuff to do in just 1 year, right? And guess what? There's another tour announcement on the horizon. It's not like Beyoncé to flood the market like this unless she's got a good reason. Seems like she's gearing up for whatever might come next that could mess with her sway in the industry.
And part of the reason why they're already living separate lives, and we may actually see one of the biggest divorces in Hollywood, is because Jay-Z is up next to be exposed. And it's only so much of these stories that Jay-Z can, he can pay off or he can block. He won't be able to stop this. And she knows it, and he knows it too. As far as who's gonna be the breakout victim / story, I don't know. Yeah, I might have to ask Jason Lee. I don't know. But I'm just letting you know that once that comes out and Jay-Z is exposed for his nefarious past, you're gonna see Beyonce divorce him. Okay, and she may or may not do an interview, but you're gonna their publicist is gonna release something. She's gonna say, oh, the Carters have been separated for some time, they built this beautiful life, blah 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 blah. Now, before all this happens, we may get another tour, we may get another album out of both of them. I don't know, because at the end of the day, they about their money first. They're gonna do what's best for business first. As far as Beyonce is concerned, do she love him? I mean, he's really all that she knows.
And remember when I mentioned the rumors about Beyonce having a thing with her bodyguard? Well, some folks think he's the reason Beyonce wants out of her marriage with Jay-Z. There's even a song on her latest album called Bodyguard that's got people talking. In the song, she croons about feeling safe and cozy whenever they're together, hinting at some steamy moments in the backseat of her car. She sings, I give you kisses in the backseat. I whisper your wishes in the backseat. They couldn't catch you and they never will. Sometimes I hold you closer just to know you're real. But wait, there's more. Jaguar Wright's throwing in her 2 cents too. She's pointing fingers at Jay-Z, accusing him of keeping Beyonce hooked on substances to keep her under his control.
Jay-Z, why has Jay-Z been coming up with you lately?
Because he's a monster. I waited a long time to see if he would grow a conscience. And the more he pumps down his wife's throat to keep her in the character.
No, girl. Not my beauty.
Actually, just a few months back, Beyonce's former bodyguard, Uncle Ron, came forward and spilled all the secrets about how Jay-Z allegedly keeps Beyonce in check by allegedly giving her hard substances.
But I say, man, yeah, Beyonce's on. She been on them for a long time, and you keep her that way.
Then there was this video that went viral, showing Beyonce looking completely out of it at a basketball game with Jay. She could barely keep her eyes open and was slowly swaying her head from side to side, seemingly struggling to stay awake. Her PR team tried to do damage control, claiming she was just exhausted from rehearsals, but nobody was buying it. Shortly after, Beyonce's assistant spilled the beans to Media Takeout, alleging that Jay-Z was getting physical with her. The assistant mentioned, "It seems like he's had a problem with keeping his hands off her for a while now. I've never seen him outright hit Beyonce, but I've witnessed him shove and push her too many times. At first, I thought it was just playful banter between them, but when I saw how humiliated Beyonce was after being manhandled in front of me in Saint-Tropez, I realized it was serious. I've been Beyonce's assistant and friend for a while, and I've always wanted to speak up, but I never felt it was my place. He treats Beyonce like she's an object, not a person." So, as you can see, this divorce seems to have a lot to do with Beyonce's alleged affair with her bodyguard. But plenty of other things have also contributed to her wanting out of the marriage. However, true to form, Beyonce wants to keep things under wraps until the timing is right. Before officially announcing her split from Jay-Z, there was a lot of chatter about it. Some folks went as far as saying, she is a broom-riding, cauldron-stirring witch. She's involved in satanic rituals as much as he is. While others said Beyonce is going to go down with Jay, so all that distancing herself won't mean a thing. But now, I'm curious to hear your thoughts. What do you make of Beyoncé being exposed for allegedly cheating with her bodyguard? And what's your take on her divorcing Jay-Z? Drop your opinions in the comments below, and don't forget to check out this other juicy video.